I remember that time that Prince made that song about him losing his virginity in a barn, right? Right. So me and him were talking one day, just chilling down by the Lake Minnetonka, right? And so when we was chilling, he was like, "Man, let me tell you about the first time I ever lost mine." Now I lost mine. I was working in this store, right? It was like a five and dime store, and it was ran by this guy named Mr. McGee. Now Mr. McGee said he ain't never liked my kind, but not because of my skin color, but because I worked too leisurely. I was close to doing nothing. Like really, I barely did anything. So one day this girl walked in. I'm talking about fine, just fine as all outdoors, right? So she come in. I still remember what she had on her head. I'm like, what was she wearing? Man, she was wearing a raspberry beret, man. Like, like the kind you get from like the secondhand stores. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm digging the fashion. So we start rapping, making it happen. So now she's talking to me and like, be honest with me. Are you going to do me any harm? And he's like, look, I'll show you something. Just go ahead, get on the back of my bike. And we went down to old man Johnson's farm, right? And now he sees the overcast and he sees it's about to start raining. And for some reason, it's turning him on. It never did this before. And he's like, look, so yeah, I was feeling some type of way because she was looking good. And with the rain, with the mix of her and the rain, everything just fell into play. And I ain't gonna lie, she wasn't the brightest bulb, in the store. You feel what I'm saying? She wasn't too bright. But let me tell you this, when she kissed me, I automatically knew she may not be in book smart, but she sure know what she doing in other areas, if you feel what I'm saying. So they get into the barnyard, right? And he's like, yeah, so now we in the barnyard and the rain is coming down and it sounds crazy. It sounds cool. The horses are looking at us like, who in the world are these people? Because, we kind of in their area. And so while we in here doing our thing, and that's kind of how it happened. And I know people say, your first time ain't the greatest, but I'm tell you, I wouldn't change a stroke. I wouldn't change nothing about what I did, especially with a woman as fine as she was. I was like, dang, that's a crazy story, man. He was like, you know what? If you think that one's crazy, wait till I tell you about the one with the little red Corvette.